So you can easily make beats in FPC just going into here and then just placing any note that you want in here, and or even just record it and it will come out the same way every single time. This is good, but did you know that if you went over here and you press this arrow key right here, there are a ton, and I mean like a ton of different MIDI clips that you can use for FPC. And the good thing about this is that if you know how the layout is for most things, you don't even have to worry about, maybe the kick is going to be playing in the wrong place. There is generally a way to make beats in FPC. If you follow what you see here in a different FPC layout that you may have, then it should line up just perfectly. However, since we usually make drum and bass, we can go over to drum and bass, figure out the one that we want. And go over to the one we want. Now I know this is not a good drum kit for drum and bass, so let's go ahead and go over to presets and do breakbeat. Let's also turn up the tempo to like 175. So yeah, you can basically just keep going through these MIDI clips that are built into FPC and just find one that you like. I'm just going to do this one for basics, and we're also going to be using a pattern clip to modulate this instead of using an automation clip. It's actually pretty easy, and the way you do it is you just make a new pattern clip, you go over to record, you say notes and automation, but you right click on the record button and you unselect notes. And so now whatever you do here, I'm going to duplicate that just so I can record it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to go over to momentary and then just kind of mess around in here and just let it do whatever it needs to do. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go. All right, well, it's not a whole lot, but you know, we're just doing this for simplicity. Now you basically have that, but let's say you didn't like that and maybe you want to edit it. Well, that's no problem, because it's basically already has what you did in there for you, and you basically just go to wherever you ended up the clip, and then you can just, like, you know, make it different. And then because, and now you basically would just consolidate this as usual. Maybe you want to GrossBeat maybe the hi-hats, for example. You don't want to, you know, mess up the kicks and have that sound weird. That's okay. We can, in FPC, there's something called output, and it'll basically output the signal source going into a different track in here. For example, you put FPC on 1, and if you put the output to 1 on here, it's going to +1, so it's going to go over to 2. The way you do this is just by clicking on the kick drum or whatever sample or whatever pad that you want to put on a different output, and just put it to the desired one that you want. Not only that, you can also adjust the volume of the kick if you think it's too loud. And now GrossBeat is only being played. Usually it would be on track 1, but I accidentally put it on the master. So let's go ahead and fix that. Alrighty, I fixed that. So let's go ahead and do this again. Go ahead and do this. Don't ask in the future, because we don't want it to change. Although your settings may vary. And let's play. one thing I noticed is that I did not get the entire, I did not do it all the way that I wanted it to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it again. If this ends up happening to you, the best thing you can do is either just delete FPC, or what I like to do is just go over to the bottom and just wipe that into, I'll just wipe it out completely. That's pretty good. I can go back in here and change some stuff where maybe I wanted to not play. And we're pretty much done. Just consolidate that, and you got a drum loop that only is mashing up the hi-hats. Anyways, this is a pretty easy video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like.